news. So most of the news that occurred today that we're going to talk about emanated from the White House. And it began, as Adam well knows, at 8:30 Eastern time, when Caroline Leavitt and Mr. Homan, talked about the border. Here is number one, Mr. Homan, the border czar, talking about the president's accomplishments in 99 days on securing the border.
One of the numbers. Let me talk about a few numbers that are important to me. Under Biden administration, we averaged over 11,000 many days, over 12,000, even some days 15,000 illegal entrants in the United States. 15,000. You know what the number was last 24 hours? 178. 15,000 to 178. Unprecedented success. On an average day in the Biden administration, known gotaways. People we knew crossed the border because they're on video, drone traffic, or sensor traffic. Crossed the border, weren't apprehended, weren't fingerprinted, weren't vetted. Average day under Joe Biden, more than 1,800 gotaways. Yesterday, 38. 38 too many? We'll get that to zero. But we went from 1,800 to 38. And finally, as was said earlier, under the first 100 days, or it was actually January 20th to April 1st, last year, 184,000 illegal aliens were released into the United States. Under this administration, 9. 4 of them were material witnesses in a criminal investigation. We need them here to testify in a serious criminal trial. 4 was extreme medical condition. We couldn't return them because they were in such bad shape. And 1 was a humanitarian issue. This is unprecedented success.
Okay. Adam, first question, what do you think of those stats? Those seem right to you, or are they impressive?
I honestly think they are impressive, but I think it's made worse by the fact that Trump is still underwater on immigration, according to a Fox News poll from this week. Did you see that one?
Yes, sir, I did.
He's underwater 1 point. And I think it's because of the due process conversation. When we see these big stories, like we could talk about the 2-year-old, which Tom Homan talked about as well, or about Kilmar, I think that's kind of overshadowing the honestly impressive numbers. Like, what else do you want me to say? The Biden administration for the first few years dropped the ball in immigration. Now Trump is taking office. I think he's doing better if I'm going to extend an olive branch. Now, I wish we could see him. People say that he may not be moving fast enough. I wish we could see them just allow a little bit more due process in some of these cases, because they admitted to the administrative error. Sorry, I'm just going to keep going back to that.
No, that's okay. That's okay. First, I hear Republicans say all the time that the reason the Democrats under Biden-Harris let so many people in is because they want to make them citizens who vote Democratic. I've never bought that argument. But why do you think the Biden-Harris administration had the policies they did initially on the border?
Yeah, just to debunk that argument, I challenge anybody who believes that to find one Democratic politician, either a House or a representative or a senator or somebody running for office, who says that they want to legalize people so they can get more votes. Nobody has ever claimed that.
Well, but the Republicans say they don't say it aloud because it's a secret scheme. I don't think that proves it. I would say find me anyone who came here illegally and got to be a citizen and voted for and became a reliable Democratic voter. They might exist, but I don't think they exist in huge numbers.
The idea that like the average Hispanic person wants to come over here and wouldn't be more socially aligned with Republicans on any given issue.
All right, so we shared the straw man. Why did they have the policy they did? And I don't think it's an academic question, because it speaks to the values of the party and the vision. Because they saw what was happening. They said, let's open the border. I mean, they did, right?
Did they open the
border? They basically
said,
let's open.
How do they open the border?
Well, they changed a bunch of policies that effectively open the border. I mean, we know what the numbers are. Every Democrat I know who lives in California and Texas would say this is a disastrous policy. So they chose a policy that was a disaster, and then they didn't change it for several years. So I'm asking you, if you have any idea, speculation or reporting, what was their motive?
I don't know if there was a nefarious motive so much as Donald Trump came in swinging with a really strong immigration argument in 2016 to 2020. And the Democratic Party for a while kind of felt beholden to some of the farthest left activists at the time, whether it's like trans issues or immigration. So maybe some of our leaders were too weak to take a strong stance on immigration in fear that they would become too much like Trump. I know that a lot of people will have nefarious theories about why the Democrats were weak on immigration, such as they want to boost their voter numbers or whatever, like we were saying. But I genuinely think we just didn't have a strong message due to I don't know, being kind of weak and disorganized. You see that right now, and that allowed Trump to come into this vacuum and take over.
Right. Okay. Hey, want to be part of the two-way community all the time? Hit the subscribe button. Great video clips like this, plus conversations like no other, full episodes and more, always available on this channel. You got to hit subscribe to never miss a thing.